Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. I'm conflicted. I'm having a tough to deal with mix of feelings here. On the one hand, I'm super mad about this. We are definitely going to lose Karakungor, and that means losing a fully developed gold mine. I mean, temporarily. We're going to get it back, obviously. But also, I am so happy because for the first time in like 5 days, it's not over 100 degrees outside, and it's just so nice to not be like bathed in sweat. So that's where I'm at. Hey everybody, how are you? Let's deal with this. So he's got Karakungor. Even if we had demolished something in Karakungor and started building a garrison building, the turn that we saw this guy, it wouldn't have been finished in time, and when he sieges the city, which he will do next turn, it would stop the building. So there's not really anything we could have done about this by the time we recognized the problem. Kislev really hung us out to dry here by declaring peace with these guys and then just letting this army walk through their territory. Let's get a better grasp of exactly what's going on here. Where are the Skaven? Clan Molder. So they only have one settlement, and this suggests to me that they have maybe 1 or 2 armies, probably not more than 2 armies. Where's their... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Where is their settlement? Oh, right, I know where their settlement is. We knew this. Okay, well, the good news is, this is a grudge that will be easy to scratch out of the book, because we are just going to annihilate them. So for right now, these 2 armies are headed up to Karakungor to reclaim it. There's a chance that he will burn it to the ground, which would suck. There's also a chance that he'll just take it over, and I believe if he just takes it over, the Skaven have kind of like a weird conquering mechanics, but there's a way that Skaven can take over a settlement and have it remain at level 3. So there's a chance that he takes it over and then we take it back and we don't lose all of our progress on the gold mine. And I think that's got to be our hope. I don't think we have anything to do this turn, do we? Thorgrim's down here waiting by his buddy. Yeah, okay. Everybody's busy. Did I miss any important events? We stole a Lichbone pendant, which is not good. Stromny Skolson got replenish hindered. Ooh, wow. Casualty replenishment rate minus 60% for 3 turns. So his units are just not going to replenish at all for 3 turns. That's not that big of a deal. Right, we lost our Scout Rune Lord to a level 40 assassin. This guy's probably pretty good at his job. And then... yeah, none of this other stuff really matters. Okay. I guess let's hit the button. Ooh, we are at 270 Oath Gold. We should look to the next legendary. There may be a thing worth building soon. I'm not sure where we are on resources. We have so many trade deals, we've got to have pretty much everything, right? Between our extensive territory and, like, the Bretonnians and the Empire. Actually, do I have a trade? I might not have a trade agreement with the Empire because their land is currently so chopped up. We may have to help free them from Vampire and Greenskin control a little bit more before we're able to make a trade route with them. Although I guess we should check who has Marienburg. There's a port up here at the mouth of this river that you can see in the distance called Marienburg. And Marienburg is tremendously important. And whoever that is, we could definitely be trading with because we have our own port.
Do not be intimidated.
Archon. No, absolutely not. Never. Who keeps letting that guy's envoys in? Just close the gates. Although I guess Ungrim isn't necessarily behind gates. That's not really his deal, is it? So we have 2, the Von Karsteins have 2 settlements left. We are in a good position to threaten Wissenberg, and hopefully the Empire will be on Averheim. I think that they should be able to handle that. Okay, Morlock, this is the guy. So he's going to siege our city. I don't think he'll attack this turn. Generally speaking, the AI, when they approach a walled settlement, will go into siege mode first. But he might attack as soon as next turn. Oh, grave news, my lord. It's time for the Chaos Invasion. I had kind of forgotten about this. Also, apparently there's a grudge. Well, it turns out we're going to have to put the wrong right. Yeah, so this is happening. Dire tidings from the north. The tendrils of chaos writhe and reach out from the accursed wastes, tainting the land and sowing dissent. Their corrupt forces wax ever stronger, and now their agents are abroad, spreading the foul corruption of their malign gods. On their heels come bands of marauding warriors led by the most zealous of the Chaos Lords, eager to wreak destruction in the name of the ruinous powers. And all the while, ever more warriors flock to some focal point in the Chaos Wastes, a nexus of power which transcends their petty rivalries and impels them to join with the numberless horde. Doom approaches, and it is only in strength that any hope may be found. So, that we just saw is up here. I believe this is that plateau that we were just able to see for a moment there. A bunch of Chaos Warrior armies, Chaos Warrior and Chaos Beastman herd armies have spawned, and they're going to come down around this bay, through Volksgrad, and just try to destroy absolutely everything. Kislev has done a good job of protecting us thus far, and I think it may be time to return the favor, because that's a lot of armies, and I know Kislev is strong and everything, and they currently don't have a lot of other concerns, what with Clan Mulder not being at war with them, but we need to make sure that Kislev doesn't fall, because if Kislev is even weakened considerably by the Chaos Warriors, it's going to be a lot easier for the Norskins to roll in and just take all of this, and we don't want to deal with that. So, time to become the shield of civilization, you know, after we resolve our personal little problems here. Oh, also, just Chaos Warrior agents running around lowering public order, spreading chaos, and as long as the any of those Chaos armies are alive, this occurs. All regions have 1 point of Chaos corruption in them, in addition to whatever type of corruption they had before. So not great. Not great. Well, we gotta deal with Clan Mulder first. We gotta secure our own mask before helping others. Looks like... How do I want to do this, actually? We could get up here and cross the river. Then we still have to make it... I mean, we probably underway move from here, right? Or we could do it over here. Is this up against a river? Or no, that's just a territory border. So it sometimes costs a lot of extra movement to cross a river if you don't have an actual crossing available. So I wouldn't want to end my turn, like, on this side of the river. The fact that we can actually cross over here maybe makes this the right way to go, but I'm a little worried that, what's-his-name is going to have trouble following us. What? Grombrindle. Oh, we don't have military access to Essen.
And make your offer. On it.
Alright. I would like it if we could all stay friendly, so let's try not to trespass any more than we absolutely must. Okay, Grombrindle's in pretty rough shape. So we can have him follow up and just stay just on our side of the territory line, so we at least get a turn of replenishment here. Let's see exactly how much that is. It's not a huge amount, but it's gonna have to do. I mean, we're on the move. The two armies together should be fine, even with him being injured. Alright, we have unassigned skill points somewhere. Okay, Thorgrim's Master Engineer. So he's probably just going to finish up Requisition. We actually do run out of ammo for our missile infantry and our catapults fairly frequently on sieges, so I think that extra ammunition is actually going to be really helpful. And let's go get Carrick Norn, and then from Carrick Norn we can threaten Wissenberg and Averheim eventually. I might try to leave this to the Empire. Like, hold on, what's the status here? Okay, everything that the Greenskins took in this area has been taken back. We still have Greenskins here and at Marienburg. Okay, so Marienburg's an important port strategically, but it's also just it has a unique port building that I believe gives 2,000 gold per turn when fully upgraded. It's better than a gold mine. So we might want to, like, if we can get these two through this area quickly and take Marienburg, that would be pretty cool. I'd love to have it. Unfortunately, you know, if Bretonnia or the Empire get it, we probably have to leave it to them, but that might be a good medium-term goal for us. I guess also there's some concern that maybe we should take stuff and then head northeast to deal with the Chaos Warriors. Well, we'll see how things look after we've actually taken stuff. Let's focus on this for now.
To battle!
I don't think it makes any sense not to take Carrick Norn before
I declare
everything else.
war on them.
Yes, very good, Thorgrim. We have declared war on them.
Aye up. I'm leaving. Wipe out the trespassers.
Okay, well, the balance of power bar is really resistant to the fact that I am obviously going to win this. Can you believe that? Alright, we'll get in here and do it manually then. I don't want to take too many losses, especially given the fact that our reinforcement army here can't replenish for 2 more turns. We really need to try to minimize their losses. That can be a tricky thing. Well, we just got to get control of the towers. Wherever our reinforcements come in, we got to get control of the towers in front of that area as quickly as possible. Now, the defensive garrison here has a bunch of trolls and cavalry and stuff that are not relevant. Oh, hey, we're actually underground. Cool. I saw these lanterns hanging and I was like, what is going on? Alright, so the reinforcements are coming in right here, which means that it's probably better for us to attack here. Obviously, no matter the case, we don't want to attack into the middle of the wall where they're actually coming in, but we can run them over to this side quickly. And we're just going to do the same thing we generally do. Everybody who's carrying a shield, make a big wall, lead everybody else through.
For the ancestor gods.
The ranged can go here. This is a little, this is impassable, this, like, sludgy pit. This weird, like, tar pit here. So we have to line up in such a way that we can run around it, which means that we will be in range of this tower a little bit more than I would like at the beginning, but we'll just have to move quickly. And actually, given the weird shape of the wall here, we probably want to try to get some ladders up here. We can actually just assign the ladder commands now, I guess. You're putting ladders up there, or up here even. You're putting ladders up on this side wall. It's a shame that Thorgrim can't just, like, have his dwarf carriers walk him up a wall. Not that I think that that's a reasonable thing to expect, but it would be neat, right? And also I would really like it if I could just get him up the wall. So we're going to let them get moving first, because everybody else is faster than they are, and I would like it if the shield dwarves were taking the brunt of the attack here. Get out of the area that is in front of that tower. Oh, is that an explosion? Did they fire a spell at us, or... Oh, they have the good dwarven siege towers. These are dwarven walls, and they have dwarven towers atop them. Not great, actually. Quickly get out of the area of that tower. Also, don't skirmish, apparently. Apparently it's very important that we not skirmish. Everybody says so. This seems like a fine time to start moving up. Okay, yeah, we're going to take quite a bit of fire as we close on the wall here. My siege weapons are not firing? They should have pretty clean shots, right? I would think. Why aren't you guys attacking? Yeah, like that. Just shoot like that. I'm a little concerned that they're going to decide that they need to move forward a lot, because sometimes they do that when you give them an order and they don't feel they can quite... I don't know, they're stopping and setting up, I guess. If we move our engineer over here, I think we should be able to get a shot on this guy on top of the wall. If we took a lot of damage on the approach there.
Get your beards up there! Slayers! Get your beards up there! Move! Go!
Actually, you know what? I want to get the miners up the walls quickly. We have no fire coming from our ranged. These are some very good walls, apparently. Ugh, man. Yeah, the dwarf siege towers are apparently just incredibly good.
Let the vengeance begin! Plow through! Slayers!
We just basically need to get people standing in reasonable positions over here. I don't need to try to get everybody up the wall, but we need to be ready. We also need to not be in positions where this thing can shoot at us any longer than we absolutely have to be.
Lord of Clan Morgrim!
Okay, we're winning fights on the wall already. If I get him closer to the wall, he can throw out his Oath of Vengeance. Let's lower this guy's stats. Apparently my engineer felt he had to get up on the wall to do the thing. That's fine. Works for me. And we could give everybody leadership, but we are dwarves, and as such, stalwart, and our leadership is actually totally fine. Okay, we're finally getting some ranged fire up on the walls. But I mean, this is a story you all know pretty well at this point. Okay, let's grab a couple units of ranged and pull them over here. We can fire over top of the wall at the spider archers. Alright, we got control of the towers now. Unfortunately, we really took a lot of damage on the approach. Dwarven siege towers are extremely good. Cannon's not going to be any good. The grudge throwers mostly don't seem to want to fire, although at this point I'm fine with that. And this right here is why I wanted those miners up on top of the wall, so they could do stuff like this and just hurl grenades down at people inside. Now, unfortunately, we do have a unit of Black Orcs here that we're going to have to fight, like, actually fair. Having to fight fair is the worst thing, but it's unfortunately the situation we find ourselves in. Too far away from the ranged. Can you guys get this angle? Arrow units can sometimes fire in really high arcs. Okay, yeah, they got it. Let's put an end to this nonsense. Alright, we're mostly winning on the wall. We're actually taking a lot more damage than I was hoping. And this is a pretty large and impressive garrison. It is 18 units. Basically, we just want to take over enough that we can... We want to win the fight on the wall with exactly the number of troops it takes for us to then come down here and open the gate so that we can run a bunch of fresh troops in so that they can fight the trolls and stuff. Unfortunately, it's looking like it's going to be quite a few troops to win this side. The Black Orcs are keeping themselves away from the mass of bodies that we've been able to assemble over here. Alright, good work there from the archers.
Yes, laddie.
Can you go over here and just shoot that Orc Shaman repeatedly until he has to leave? Also, I'm kind of curious, can you guys hit the Orc Shaman? Okay, yeah, let's see if we can be rid of this dude. Wow, yeah, he's taking damage very quickly, in fact. Was that the miners? Have the miners thrown all their... Okay. They did the thing we needed them to do. We might actually need a little bit of reinforcement on this side. And, in fact, we could send a unit of Slayers up here and they'd be able to hit those Black Orcs in the back. Oh, I should... Never mind. This guy's a runesmith, but apparently he doesn't have his armor buff skill yet. We actually have a lot of casters and heroes and stuff who are at pretty low XP. A whole lot of you, get in there. Everybody in. So we ran off that Orc Shaman. Where'd he go? Did he leave? I don't see him over here at all anymore. I wanted to see how much health he had left when he fled. He's not... No, these are all Goblin Spider Rider corpses. Yeah, maybe he actually ran off the map. I'd be surprised, but... not impossible. Oh, Jesus. What was that? Did our cannons just fire for the first time? Hold up. All of you, no shooting. No shooting unless I say so. The situation has changed slightly, and it's mostly our guys on the walls, so just, like, take it easy. The engineer's actually doing a great job of sniping people. Alright, as soon as we clear out a couple of these units of Black Orcs, we'll be... Actually, we could probably run some guys down now, right? Where are all their trolls and stuff? They've kept the trolls pretty far away from the walls, probably to avoid me firing down on them with ranged units that we bring up. So yeah, we could probably afford to grab, like, a couple of units and run them down here. It'll take a long time for the trolls to respond to that in their current position, and we can move all of these guys inside the walls by the time they get that done. I do enjoy these siege battles. I think these are pretty fun. Okay, those guys are permanently broken. They have decided that they have no interest in controlling the gatehouse. We're getting it quickly. It's the instant we have this, everybody goes inside. Come on. Oh my god, it takes so long to capture. Did we stop capping? Yeah, we don't have anybody in the thing anymore. How did that happen? No, for real, get down here. Well, probably not everybody. But, like, you guys. Huh, that's weird. I'm not allowed to... Okay, now I'm allowed to click down here. That was strange. There was no response to my clicks at all there. Okay, here we go.
Targets, Lord! Nothing can stop us!
Somebody interpreted that move order in kind of a strange way. Let's grab all of the non-cannon artillery and move them up to a position where they can fire into the city center, and the cannons are actually going to approach the wall. I don't think we're going to need to actually run them in, but just in case. This battle should be over fairly soon. So some people are running through the gate. Other people are running around. I think they interpreted the move as, like, go over the ladders. But I really don't want you to do that. Okay, yeah, if these trolls want to come through here and fight Thorgrim face to face, I am down with that. Let's do it. I am 100% confident that Thorgrim by himself can kill a unit of trolls. Wait, blow the horn. Press all the buttons. We finally get to make use of our abilities. I could increase... Yeah... We don't really have a lot of armor-piercing damage from these missiles, so... That buff is not going to be huge on them, but it is a little bit of extra damage. And he can ballistics calibrate himself, I guess. I can't believe they're still holding tough. Like, this is going very poorly for them. The battle is over. Well, Thorgrim, time to lead the charge. Thorgrim and some ranged. Okay, so we should probably, like, block up the streets over here. Oh yeah, really? How did you think this was gonna work?
For the High King!
You guys can just stop and attack them real quick. I mean, Thorgrim's basically a spider rider. He's carried by 4 dwarves. Each of those dwarves has 2 legs. It's very similar. Leadership buffs, I guess. Alright, nobody's sneaking through over here. We're just going to let Thorgrim and a little bit of ranged carry the day here, because Thorgrim can definitely afford to take some damage.
Find your targets.
Let's refocus the ranged on those guys. I don't want to take any more ranged fire than I absolutely have to. Where are my ranged who still have ammo? Do we have do we have any of that? Is that a thing that still exists? Yeah, okay, you guys have some.
Kill 'em all! Kill hooks! Pass home!
Apparently the trolls felt that it was a good idea to just swamp the sniper, but he seems to be doing alright.
Scarf!
Let's crash their melee defense.
Let the vengeance begin! Pass home!
Oh, is that the big break? It is. Okay. It took longer than I thought it was going to. We probably lost more people than we absolutely had to there. The initial approach of the walls was brutal. Fortunately, it was mostly weathered by Thorgrim's army. So yeah, I think the losses here should not be too hard to replenish. Thorgrim has blue line skills, I think, so he should have a pretty impressive replenishment rate. And then from here, we just jump down the wall and attack Wissenberg. And probably burn it, right? Because I don't want to have to administer territory in the little areas of the Empire. There's too little value. I don't think Wissenberg is even a major settlement. I think Wissenberg's in the same province as Nuln. Which is to say, a province that is already primarily owned by the Empire, so we should just let them have it. Plus, the bigger they are, the more they'll have demand for our trade goods. Probably. I don't actually know how trade income is calculated, but that sounds right. Strumney... Okay, yeah, Strumney's losses were very minor. Ooh, that's a lot of money. That said, we did just do, like, the really expensive stuff, all the upgrading to level 5. Then again, we are going to need the money to build the buildings that we unlock by going to level 5 in those two settlements, but I think we probably want Carrick Norn to be fully functional as a base right away. Really, nobody gained any levels from that fight. That's crazy.
Master of Runecraft, the High King acts.
Okay, yeah, his army will be almost back to full strength next turn. Seems alright to me. What did we get out of Carrick Norn here? We got a ranger's barrack and an engineer's workshop. Okay.
Vengeful Runelord.
So you just get as close to the wall as possible in preparation for jumping over it. And we will recruit... His army doesn't actually have any normal ranged. So we should probably get rangers. What exactly is the difference between a Bugman's Ranger and a normal ranger? Okay, Bugman's Rangers are better in every way. They also have some extra icons. They have charge defense versus large. Stock, liquid fortification. They have regeneration. Oh wow, that's actually very powerful. Do I want to sit still for 2 turns? These seem actually like really good units. I kind of want to just keep rolling though, right? So we'll just grab 3 normal rangers because I want to be on Wissenberg next turn. Do we have? No, we do not have any regiments to pull. Right? Is that right? Because if we wait 2 turns, Thorgrim's army will be almost actually full.
What do you want?
Yeah, alright. We'll give it 1 extra turn. I think the difference between a unit that has regen and a unit that does not have regen is really significant. And the price difference reflects that the game believes that as well. Okay, so actually, can we... He doesn't have the movement necessary to go into encampment stance, so we can't pull stuff from the global pool. Alright. Do I want to build anything else in Carrick Norn? We're probably going to... Let's see, we're probably going to keep this as a base. We're going to want local recruitment structures here, probably. It would be nice to build one of these. Get access to hammers and iron breakers. And then we need a forge as well. So we may as well start building the forge. We don't have the money to do anything else. But yeah, starting to build the forge seems like a good idea. Okay, what else do we have to do? Alright, Kurgan needs to get... Let's see, it looks to me like probably the fastest way to move... The fastest way to move is generally along a road. So probably the best way to get over into this mountain range is this way. Hopefully, Itza and Axolotl will not have a problem with me running through here. There is an agent there, so we might get wounded. Kurgan's not particularly high level. I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Vengeful Rune Lord.
Is what this guy does depends a lot on what Crag does. I think, is Bitterstone Mine the last greenskin settlement in this area? It is. Okay, so he should march through Bitterstone and then go to support what's his face, Ungrim. I can only remember 2 dwarves' names at any one time, so learning one of my backup generals' names just pushes the other ones out of my head. We'll just harass this settlement a little bit until the army shows up. Okay, that's a handy trait. 15% more casualties. And then we may as well finish this off. To be clear, I don't think that we're really gaining a lot by assaulting this garrison. It's just a good way for him to continue to gain XP while we wait. Because all of this stuff matters. You know, your extra 15% success chance and whatnot. But the level of the hero versus the level of their target also plays a big part in the success calculations. So just continuing to level, honestly, is maybe even more important than getting skill points. Okay, and Ungrim himself... So we know that there's 2 armies over here now. We have Grimgor Ironhide and some random nerd. Grimgor is probably going to attack Karakazul, I guess? Or he might come out and try to fight us. But if him coming out and try to fight us is not a thing I have to plan for. That's just something that will happen if it happens. So if he was going to go to Karakazul, the smart play for me is probably to try to go through Dringo Rakaz. Honestly, taking Dringo Rakaz might cause him to come this way because it's not walled.
What?
Yeah, let's head in that general direction. And I'm going to normal move... Do I have a recruitment building in this area? I do, okay. I'm going to normal move instead of underway moving or anything so that I can finish refilling this army. Single turn Giant Slayers. Did I cross... Nope, we just totally have a Monument of Grimnir here. Okay, well yeah, that's what we're going to get then.
Aye, but the axe of Dargo demands blood.
Okay, and you guys, yeah, this is that same turn. It's just been a long one. Alright, let's see what happens. Clan Molder might attack this turn. If they do attack, we probably should fight it manually so that we can take advantage of those very good Dwarven siege towers. Although I think we only have 9 units in our garrison. It might be difficult to be successful. I thought we were safe because we were behind so much of Kislev. I didn't anticipate Kislev just letting the Skaven walk through for free. The super weird part of that is there's no way that the Skaven were actually a threat, right? Kislev has been very powerful the whole game, and the Skaven look like they have maybe 1 army. I don't know, it's weird. It's alright. A grudge is going to go into the book and then just come right back out. And Kislev, I'm not going to write down in the book what they did, but I'm keeping that internal. That's a mind grudge. So as the game goes on, the turns slow down a little bit. It seems like it's a lot easier for the game to play, a lot easier for the AI to figure out what to do when it doesn't have a lot of options. As the positions become more complex, it takes more time. It runs 8 forces with 1 army each a lot faster than it runs 4 forces with 2 armies each. Oh hey, those are some, like, big, huge dinosaurs. That's a lot of dinosaurs. Okay, I don't know where they're going. Hopefully they're not going to fight the dwarves that live in these mountains. So here's the armies that spawned from the Chaos event. Looks like they're divided into 3 forces. Hopefully it'll take them a while to actually get to Kislev. They do have to walk a pretty long way around. Oh, I forgot all about our chapter objectives. That's actually a pretty good time to get a big infusion of cash. Because, like, in one turn, we're going to have the ability to do this upgrade for 10,000 gold, and then, like, in Karaza Karak, we still have a couple of very large buildings that we'd like to build. Actually, we can probably start the Karaza Karak airfield, right? +5 movement range for all armies, and also, it turns out I love gyrocopters. That's probably worth beginning. Alright, let's see how close we can get here. Actually, not that close.
Fearless and unbreakable.
Alright, I probably want to leave Guthrie somewhat close to Grombrindle. We don't want this army seeing me alone and turning around and taking me out. That said, if they can see Grombrindle right now... Hold on, let's try to lay an ambush.
Let us be about this.
Okay, I am in reinforcement range. Grombrindle's army looks pretty messed up and weak. They might think that they have an easy take here, provided that this ambush actually works and Guthrie actually did become invisible. And then when they run down here, they can... hopefully, they can get caught and killed.
Go then.
Okay, we're still outside of reinforcement range of Dringo Rakaz, and if Grimgor wants to come over here and fight Ungrim 1-to-1, I am happy to do that with him. Something tells me we will be successful. Alright, just continue along the road. Their agent didn't try to assassinate me last turn, which I'm taking as a good omen. Possible that they have larger problems, right? Other things on their plate. Alright, it looks like next turn we'll be able to meet the owners of this mountain range. I hope it's still the dwarf clan that starts there. It might well be the lizard men.
Punish the grudge makers.
Throw some more XP in there. So now he has all of the important blue line skills. We can take this, but it's unlikely to matter. He's not likely to spend a lot of time in our territory to spread public order, and public order penalties on the AI are not usually very meaningful, because part of the high difficulty of the campaign is that the AI gets a bunch of free public order and I think growth as well. So this is probably not worth our points. Training, honestly, that's a pretty small amount of experience per turn. I think we're just going to start giving him yellow line stuff, in case we do have to fold him into an army at some point. And the garrison of the Bitterstone Mine should be pretty messed up at this point. I guess I can't see their health, so... Whatever, this should be a very easy take.
Rainier is with us.
Yeah, wow, he really did a lot of damage, jeez. Let's occupy that, and that should put Craig's army, okay, almost back to full next turn. Good enough for me. Start taking our runes. Actually, did he have... He had full follower slots, didn't he? Okay, it overwrote somebody with the rune. Who did it overwrite? Well, nobody I'll miss, it looks like. Yeah, that's fine. This is a fine set of things. Oh, right, items. I was going to look at our crafting options, because we are now at 300 oath gold. So, Elfbane, not actually a very good weapon if you aren't fighting elves, because all it does in that case is give you 20% magic resist. It's worth noting that marble is the thing we're missing here. We can make a cool piece of armor that lowers the melee attack of all nearby enemies. I like that. We need a good enchanted item for this guy, though. So the Scepter of Stone... the power to move the mountain peaks themselves. So a bombardment spell, we need marble and timber. Really? Actually, there's like a bunch of resources that we don't have access to, despite the fact that we have a ton of territory and also a large trade network. I thought for sure we had furs from Kislev. Hey, we must have had furs at some point. We made the Horn of the Ancestors. Okay, so we need marble and timber. What about these ones? We need marble. We actually need marble really badly. We can make the Ring of Grimnir. Yeah, that's not a bad item, actually. Alright, let's make one of these and look toward getting a source of marble. Actually, hold on. How badly do we need that? Because that's this slot. We could lose your 10% Lord save. I think all the legendary lords have legendaries in that slot. What about the non-legendary lords? I guess we have a bunch of heroes that could have stuff equipped as well.
My anger burns bright.
Yeah, let's make one of those. I think it's a good item. We'll figure out what to do with it. I think for right now, I'm just going to give it to Crag.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
He doesn't need defenses. Rune Lords are tough. And Crag leads his army from the front. Okay, we probably want to go ahead and let Ekrund finish leveling up. Although, if we level up Bitterstone Mine once, I can put up walls. I can put up a garrison building at least. That's probably worth spending. The point of population. Make it a little bit more difficult to conquer in case something goes awry. Okay, so who else do we have to move? Thorgrim hasn't had his action yet. He's pretty much just chilling, right? He's working towards Stand Your Ground, so let's take a gyrocopter upgrade, because I love gyrocopters now.
Lord of Clan Morgrim.
Oh, interesting.
Excellence.
Vlad von Karstein has begun to build an army. Well, the garrison of Isenberg's only 14 units, so actually we could still take him. It's probably got to try to move to defend Averheim. I hope the Empire's doing work over here. So yeah, you're just staying put, I guess. You're in Carrick Norn. We should... Oh! Carrick Norn has furs. Okay, let's build a hunting lodge, actually. That could wait, though, right? I want to make sure we have recruitment. So I guess I don't have the money to do this, but we want to save that slot for that building, I think. Yeah, alright, let's not build anything there. So that being the case, I think it's probably the case that we don't want to spend any money on settlement upgrades, because we have a lot of things in our future to spend money on. And I don't have the money to do a good settlement upgrade. Oh, we should probably at least put up a little wall here at Khazad-Urkalaz. I think we should have enough time to finish that, because next turn he attacks Kerkungor, and then the turn after that he moves, but he won't be able to get here to siege it. So we can at least improve the garrison here and make it slower for him to take it, if that is indeed the direction that ends up going in. I feel like there was something else I wanted to do, and I don't know what it was. No, we're probably fine. Alright. Come on, fall for my cunningly laid trap. This is a little Skaven-y, these tactics. I'm not totally in love with that, but... Oh man, Crofrons, do you really need to march on the Wood Elves right this moment? I feel like we could work together here a little bit. Block army. Oh, that's annoying. So, Skolson's army now has half movement for a while. Like 3 or 4 turns, probably. I don't think it should be a problem. He just needs to get underway under those mountains to Wissenberg. He probably has the range for that. If it did actually prevent him from getting across the mountain range, that might slow down my attack, because I don't know if I want Thorgrim to go over there alone. It's probably fine. So I'm just thinking, even if Vlad's army turns around, it's still probably fewer than 20 units in total for them versus Thorgrim's 20 units, which are pretty good. Oh man, I'm very eager to see how Clan Moulder's turn is going to go. Also, the Sword of Cain rests. This is some magic elf sword nonsense.
You no doubt ever...
At some point, we're going to care about the Sword of Cain, probably. It's a little bit in the future, though. Alright, Kislev is still looking relatively powerful. Based on that balance of power bar, they probably have 3 or 4 armies. I'm hoping that that means they can hold off the Chaos Hordes until I get there. So yeah, what is going on with these Lizardman armies down here? Well, they're still not trying to assassinate me. I like that. And Mulder didn't do anything on their turn. It's weird that he's sieging that city for so long. Because I don't think it's necessary. It does only have a 9-unit garrison. Oh, we've met a rogue army. Oh, they're gonna attack me. That's very annoying. It does seem like we're really getting stepped on over here in Sylvania. This place is cursed. Okay, we got a new guildmaster. That's welcome. A new archivist, also welcome. Alright, well, let's resolve this. Can we get into movement range? Can we get into reinforcement range here? No, we can't. Oh, wait, that's... Oh, I think that is... Yeah, okay, I think we got it. I think we got reinforcements. So, maybe we're not going to lose our gold mine at all. Trying to make sure that I do this exactly right, because you can't move again after a movement with underway stance. There we go.
You know who I am?
Can you get into reinforcement range? Sort of.
Moving out.
So here's the thing. We could attack Morlock's army with Karak Ungor's garrison, and we get Guthrie as reinforcements. But we won't get Grombrindle. Or we could wait. If Morlock attacks Karak Ungor itself, then we still get Guthrie as reinforcements, but we also get to fight this as a siege battle. And if he turns around to fight Guthrie, then Guthrie gets Grombrindle as reinforcement. What does this army actually look like, now that we're close enough to see? So I do think Skaven artillery is a solid match for Dwarven artillery. I was very, very impressed with how good this stuff was when I was playing Skaven. The Doom Wheel, I think, is extremely cool conceptually. It's basically like a magic steampunk hamster wheel, but with guns, laser guns. But I think the implementation of it in this game seems pretty bad. I never had any luck using them, and I've never seen them be good against me either. They have a Hell Pit Abomination. Too Horrible to Die is a trait that this thing has. That should let you know what sort of thing it is. They got some... Oh, Death Runners are scary. So Death Runners have a lot of armor-piercing damage, but they also have this Weeping Blade trait that reduces armor by half, so they can really light us up. Like, a lot of what makes us tough is armor. And then Storm Vermin with Halberds, armored, armor-piercing, actually pretty dangerous, very tough to kill. Storm Vermin with Swords and Shields, much tougher to kill. These things are... It takes so long to grind down Storm Vermin. And then they have some Plague Monk Sensor Bearers, which are dangerous, but not very tough. They're sort of like Slayers, actually. Good armor-piercing damage. They have cool traits and stuff. They have Frenzy, which is great. As long as their leadership is greater than 50%, they have these extra stats that are not currently represented on their card. But also, they have pretty poor leadership. They have some physical resist. I think I'm going to let them choose how this goes. Because I think the best version of this is I get to fight with my 2 armies.
How can I help?
Yeah, Grombrindle's army is actually in great shape now. The worst case scenario for us is fighting them on an open field with Karak Ungor's garrison and Guthrie's army. Although, Skaven have a movement stance that allows them to ambush the army they attack. If they turn around and attack Guthrie and get the ambush off, that actually would be really, really bad for us. Because then it would be a one-on-one view between these 2 armies with them in ambush mode. That's the worst case scenario. I'm actually really torn. I don't know what to do. Okay, hold on. Do we have anything else that we need to do this turn? We can make other decisions here while I think about that. He is, in fact, threatening Karak Azul. Not quite in reinforcement range of it. Oh, his army is almost all just normal boys. Is he in... Yeah, it looks like we can just run over and get him. Let's do that. This should be pretty easy. Dringo Rakaz, you survive another day. Yeah, I'm not even going to manual this. Ooh, boy, we took a lot of damage there. Maybe I should have manualed it. Like, he had a giant, but these units are not. These units are not up to date.
My vows will be satisfied with this.
Well, I think we're still a good threat, though. Because, of course, Thorgrim replenishes so incredibly quickly.
This may work.
Or Ungrim, rather. Alright, we'll go back and threaten Dringo Rakaz here.
Chime.
Kurgan finally gets to see the state of these mountains, hopefully. Yeah, this is the range, right? Spine of Sotek? And I know for a fact that dwarves start in these mountains, because we played Skrolk over here. But it looks like they have been wiped out by the Blue Vipers, which is a force of greenskins. Turns out, everywhere. Absolutely everywhere, all mountain ranges, always with the greenskins. Well, that's a real bummer, because I was hoping that this was going to be somebody we could negotiate with and eventually ally with. We're going to have to actually just, like, send armies over here and take this from them. Well, that's a pretty distant concern.
Onward.
Alright, so can you make it over? Or under, rather. You can, just barely. Let's get down here, right up against the settlement. We're going to do the same with you. And either Vlad's going to come back or he's not, and I don't think it matters either way. I know. Here, this should work.
Aye.
Yeah, okay, we're both in range of Wissenberg. If he comes back and he wants to make something of it, we'll just wipe him out. It looks like Averheim is not well defended, but also not actually under attack right now. He might just choose to go to Averheim, let Wissenberg fall, and try to plan some kind of revenge.
And hold. What?
Alright, Craig, strong arm. Unfortunately, can't quite make it anywhere useful this turn, but it's a start at least.
Of Runecraft. What orders? Move.
So where are we at on a trade route with Khemri? I wish I could see the area borders a little better. It looks like all of this stuff is Death Gorge. Alright, so if we take Death Gorge, we'll be connected to Khemri and we can actually try to trade with them. They like us a lot. It should work. I think we want to save money. This is the turn that everything hit level 5, right? Yeah. So we probably actually want to save money to get the Slayer Shrine upgrade going, right? Upkeep down for all Slayers in all armies. Plus 3 Untainted in adjacent provinces. That's pretty good. Recruit rank up for Slayers in all provinces is also very good. And we need this to win the game. So yeah, I think let's save up gold for that. After we deal with Clan Molder, somebody's probably going to have to come down here and put down Thalendor Doomstar. That's... okay. Listen, I'll give this to you. As far as elf names go, that's a pretty good one. I like it. But still, you can't be here doing this. Okay, yeah, I forgot all about this monstrosity. So we finished Call Upon Oaths of Old. We can get to Veteran's Pride, which is whatever, and then to Tales of Many Wars, which I actually like, because we are actually recruiting Longbeards and Hammerers now. Plus 5 speed for all of our infantry is not bad. Oh, yeah. 10% weapon strength for almost all infantry, followed by 10% weapon strength for the rest of the infantry. Right, that's the play. Okay, so we're not spending any more money. And everybody's got their orders. Okay. We may actually be able to hold the gold mine. I can't believe he sieged for that long. I thought for sure he was going to do like a one-turn siege, build a battering ram, and then just take it. Especially since he actually doesn't need to build a siege unit, because he has artillery. He has units that have the siege attacker trait. He could have just gone right in. Alright, I don't know what Clan Angrund is doing, but I like it. Hey, Wissenberg's a marble source. Maybe we are taking that. Yeah, it's possible the Empire will be a little bit mad at me if I keep greedily taking all of the territory around them. Let's take this marble source and this huge port and all these mountains. But listen, better I have them than vampires and greenskins, right? That's what I will try to convince them as they declare war on us. So we don't have any idea what's going on over here on High Elf Island, but it looks like there aren't a lot of High Elf factions left. This island starts with like 10 different little groups of High Elves on it. It seems like most of them have been eliminated. There's often a little bit of civil war that occurs there at the beginning of a Vortex game. I would assume that it works pretty much the same way here. Although, you know what? It's possible that they're just split up into two different portions on the wheel here, because it seems to be the case with a lot of other stuff. You see the humans are in two groups. Here's the second one.
Men of the Empire.
Absolutely not. Only 900 gold. That's just insulting. You better watch it with that kind of stuff. You're going to get yourself grudged. No, there's absolutely no benefit to me in doing this. Actually, it looks like the broadly human forces are split up into more than two groups. Well, I don't know what Tilia's plan is from here, but if Tilia takes Death Gorge and prevents me from getting a trade route with Khemri, I'm actually going to be pretty annoyed. Man, those orcs just killed like a dozen big-ass dinosaurs. That's actually pretty impressive. Alright, Morlock, what's up? This is the pivotal moment of the episode. I can't believe he gave us time to catch up to him. Is he going to just bail, or is he going to try to ambush, or what's he going to do? He's going to run for Cousin Urkulaz. Okay, this is a really bad move on his part, because we have underway movement. Actually, he might also have underway movement. I don't remember. Glad I upgraded the garrison there. It actually has a better garrison than Karakungor does. Yeah, this raiding is going to turn into an attack pretty soon. So we need to deal with that.
The axe thirsts for war.
Alright, let's drop. Well, I should be careful about how I underway move here, because he could intercept us. But the thing is, I need to be in defensive range of this city, and I need to be in a place where he can't just run past me. Oh, it's actually a little worrying. Alright, let's do some other stuff first. So these guys aren't actually at war with us, but they will be. Until now they have been an orcish problem, but they're heading toward Karakazul, and it's not hard to guess why. We should probably do something about this.
It is time.
Their army's only 15 units, and it does have a bunch of Minotaurs, which are scary, but it also has a bunch of Ungor, which are like their tier 1 weakest. You can see, expendable, poor leadership. We can take this army. Can we get... No, we cannot get reinforcements. I think I'm going to actually have this guy head way south. Like, Crag is going to to Death Gorge.
Heading out. Yes. Got then.
One rag.
It would be nice to have a turn to replenish, especially since the units that are damaged are my frontliners. Maybe I could just go to Karakazul to ensure nothing crazy will happen and, you know, give myself a turn here.
To war.
No, I'm gonna stand right here. That's what I'm gonna do. And go into ambush mode?
Yes, my oath is intact.
Maybe he'll declare war on us and try to run across? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, this is our guy. Right, okay. Well, he's still going to run for Zoishank. I'd love to get over here and get an army into that region, but...
Yes.
Turns out things are busy. Can we get close to him in any other movement mode? Probably not, right? Yeah, he had a little bit of a head start on us there. We can get close. According to this, I can actually... No, I cannot. He's too far away for me to declare an attack on. and he will just attack Khazad-Urkulaz on his next turn. He won't wait, even though the garrison is better than Karakungor's garrison, because the reason he was waiting at Karakungor was the walls.
Onward.
I think we have to try it. It's possible that we will get intercepted in the underway. You know, it's actually possible he might take a peace offer. Let's see. Ew. Okay, never mind. I'm not negotiating with anybody who encourages me to squirt musk.
It is time.
That was the line. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna try to... I really wish this army had 20 units in it.
The dwarfs need me.
And the thing is, like, an underway interception is... It's not as bad as an ambush battle, but I'm actually a little worried that his artillery is very good. It might maybe better than ours, especially since we don't even have a catapult here. These organ guns are pretty short-ranged. I don't have any idea what the underway interception chances are. Alright, I'm just gonna try to get lucky here.
Unto glory.
Nope.
For the ancestors.
Well, balance of power bar is not super negative. This is really bad, though. Alright, well, we gotta fight it. Yeah, this is really bad. So his artillery is better than ours, and he has more units in total than we do, and he has all kinds of armor and stuff. And also, I don't know, they're sawing down a tree outside or something. Hold on, I'm gonna close the window while this finishes loading. Never mind, I forgot about the SSD. It's already finished loading. I'm still gonna close the window. Hold on. Probably have a lot of lawn stuff to do because they probably haven't done any in the last few days, because as I may have mentioned, it was like 105 degrees or something. Nobody should be expected to do lawn work in that kind of heat. So their artillery is going to outrange ours, and it's better than ours is. Yeah, we're going to lose this battle. Well, we got to do as much damage as we can on the way out. But I do not realistically think there is any chance of us winning.
Dwarf warriors.
I don't even really know what to do. Like, we're gonna have to march forward here, which is a place I'm not used to being in. Oh, hey, the Horn of the Ancestors. I forgot about that. Okay, well, that's a unit we have.
The clans unite.
Okay, so let's take a quick look at artillery ranges. Warp lightning cannons have range all the way out to here. Plague claw catapults, similarly very, very long. Here's a scary thing. If we move our organ guns forward at all, we're now no longer on the top of this hill, and it will become much more difficult for us to have range on stuff that's far away, I think. But also, I think we have literally no choice, like I keep saying. So I guess let's try to move forward to here, and we'll see how much they move forward in the same period of time. Don't run. Yeah, this is bad. If we can get organ gunfire on some of their storm vermin and soften up, you just put some holes in those lines. What am I? The camera like jumps over these pits in really weird ways. Okay, we are definitely going to have to go forward more than this.
That'll do.
We don't need to start running until we enter their artillery range. Actually, probably going to be more like this, unfortunately. Actually, I'm going to give... Boy, I have no idea how these organ guns work as far as, like, aiming upward. I don't know. We're not going to be able to shoot anything here. This is bad. Okay, we have range, so I'm going to issue a halt on these guys. Fire at will, but guarded. And yeah, it's pretty much just kill storm vermin. I think the ones with the halberds are more dangerous. Simultaneously more dangerous and easier to kill. That's probably a good place for us to open fire. But the rest of the units probably have to keep moving forward. Because otherwise we're just artillery dueling and we lose. They have much better artillery dueling than we do. Oh wow. Man, organ guns are very good.
It is a reckoning!
So a lot of Skaven units have, like, very bad leadership. They have the same kind of leadership issues that greenskins do, but that is not true of storm vermin. Storm vermin are just extremely solid melee fighters. Okay, this is really great. Here comes the warp lightning. Okay, that doesn't seem to have done any real damage. So let's have everybody open fire. Man, I wish we had gunners. Alright, so we need to focus our quarrelers on plague monks. The plague monks have very little armor, very little physical resistance, and do a lot of damage, so that's a good place for us to do some work here. We want to make sure that we get all of the longbeards. Huh, that's weird. Also, that guy is now, like, inside the walls of the building, it sounds like. Fantastic. Alright. You have good armor-piercing damage. You get that done. Why is he running into melee range? Guy, stand back. Okay, should we fix the targeting here? We should probably start aiming at something that's not, like, directly engaged with our guys, because we're not going to be able to actually get good shots on that. We can try to soften these enemies up as they come up. Alright, we should probably engage directly with the plague monks where we can. We need giant slayers on that hell pit abomination. This'll do, though. This guy's a runesmith. There we go. Why can I not select him? I should be able to hit his spell. And I guess, actually, this is the time, right, for the Horn of the Ancestors. I don't know exactly what it's going to summon, but hopefully it's great, because we could really use something. Not knowing exactly what it is makes this kind of tricky. Let's see if we can just make it hold these guys in place so we can shoot them with the organ guns. And where are my giant slayers? Get in there and slay the giant. Good luck, everyone. Ah, they have so many units. This is really bad. Because I don't really want the slayers to be in front of anything, and they're definitely going to be. Because otherwise we're going to lose the flank. Oh god, their artillery is so good. And they're parked just out of range of my artillery, and also my artillery is not that good at fighting artillery units anyway. Okay, so what exactly did we get here? He's an ethereal, terror-causing Thane who is breaking down already over time. That's fine. Wait, did he do all this damage already, or was this the organ gun? Because this is the unit the organ gun was focused on while they were approaching. That's crazy. Okay, they did bring their lord forward a little bit more than I might have in this situation. That might be a good opportunity for us to break their leadership down a little bit. See, the Doom Wheel is in here. The Doom Wheel is not a good one. Like, this is not what it's for. It's a piece of shock cavalry. It's not a good idea to have it get, like, caught up in enemy units. Alright, I think I'm going to have our Lord try to run out and grab this Grey Seer. So if we can get him, that would be really powerful. Plus armor piercing damage on you guys, and turn around and just shoot an armored enemy as much as you can. These slayers are going to die very quickly, though. God, I wish we had any, like, speedy units at all. Let's have our Ancestral Spirit try to get their lord, since apparently I can't get through the Storm Vermin. They've got wizards. Well, I mean, they've got their lord, who is a wizard. The Organ Guns are doing really great work, though. I had to say, I'm impressed with their performance here. Troops have uncovered hidden foes. Oh, the Death Runners. Right, I remember them. I've forgotten all about those guys. Just focus on that Gracier. We're actually doing really good damage to him. This Ghost Dude seems to be awesome. What I'm learning here is that Ghost Dude is just incredibly good. Alright, give me focus fire on the Sword and Shield Storm Vermin, I guess? The Organ Guns are doing fantastic work. I'm actually a little worried about the fact that we're seeing retreats already. And not even from Slayers. Oh, I mean, Slayers don't retreat. But you know what I mean. We're seeing morale breaks from, like, units whose whole thing is being tough. We really... Can you get over there? This Ancestor's done some fine work. Actually, if you can just kill their Gracier, that would be fine. So hold on, let me reassess here. Well, first of all, I'll do this. So the Hell Pit Abomination appears to be dead. That's its corpse. We have a unit of Skaven Slave Spears. Oh, I forgot about this. So the Skaven have the ability to summon new, very weak units during the middle of combat, like anywhere on the battlefield. And so they've had Skaven emerge from underground right in our archer line, which sucks. Actually, this is going on this front way better than I thought it was going to. The Organ Guns are really working. I think we gotta turn Guthrie this way. Might have to turn the Organ Guns this way as well. Need to work that unit of guys. Need to get the Giant Slayers wrapping around if we can. Longbeards in this way. I don't want to say we might be able to do this, but I do, like, I'm starting to think maybe. Starting to think maybe we might be able to do this. Actually, I should probably have him focus on these Plague Monks. We can definitely defeat them. Let's just do a little bit of morale damage. This is my plan here. We're going to wrap these guys around the side. If we can break this front and fold all these dudes over here, that's going to be a big help. I wonder if I could kill their Gracier. Okay, we're getting some more breakage over here. So let's turn the guns on Halberd Storm Vermin on this side. Yeah, if we could... You can see their leadership is not awesome. They break fairly easily. If we could finish off their lord, that would be a big deal. Looks like a lot of their Death Runners are dying. Some of their units have actually retreated off the field. We're going to run out of ammunition in our Organ Guns before they're done doing the job. Oh, the Gracier is almost dead. Wow, when you're zoomed in on a place where artillery is striking, the effect is really something. Please drive those guys back out. The Doom Wheel is actually still alive, which is more than I was expecting from it. Come on, finish him. Buff yourself with extra armor-piercing damage. Get it done. Oh man, they're really focusing the lightning cannons on our engineer. Let's try to finish this thing off. Oh, it's headed for the cavalry. Somebody do something. Alright, our cavalry, the artillery. Oh, they summoned Skaven slaves into our artillery, and our artillery crew is kicking their asses, it looks like. Come on, just finish the thing off. We've actually almost done this. A lot of them are in retreat. Everybody back together, everybody back together. Wow, our Rune Lord has been in the center of the battle the entire time, and he's taken almost no damage, it seems like. Alright. Get in, armor up, let's do it. Oh my god, we might actually do this. Artillery's out of ammo. Yeah, these guys, we gotta get these artillery crews. Get up the hill. They're breaking. They're breaking. Oh my god. Okay. Losses are almost total. Boy, what a battle. We got there. Pyrrhic victory. That might be an understatement. 275 remaining. Almost 3,000 total casualties between the forces. But all of our characters survived. The organ guns are at 519 and 571 kills. Holy crap. Some of that is the AI not targeting their artillery well. They should have been able to do a lot more damage than they did. I definitely think we were out-artilleried there, but they just didn't use theirs well. And also, a big part of that was that Ancestor Spirit. The Ancestor Spirit held off like 2 units of Death Runners and some Storm Vermin. Like, just held them out of the battle for a while and actually killed some of them. Turns out that Horn of Ancestors is fully worthy of being a legendary item. Man, really? That many units? They only had that much money on them? Gutree's level 6.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move.
Alright, well, Mr. Guthrie Gundadrak has definitely etched his name into Dwarven history there. That was a big, big win. And now we get to keep our gold mine, and oh, that's beautiful. Okay, do we have any recruitment structures in this region at all? We do not.
I'll see it done.
So actually, I think he has to go back, right? Somebody has to be ready to deal with that that rogue army. That's a pretty good outcome, though. All right, we can do the Battle of Vissenburg as well. It's a big episode. Oh, we don't need to manual this. And we're going to take it, because it's a source of marble. So what do you do now? I'm a little torn between having these two armies march to Averheim and just finish the vampires off, and having one of them split off to Carrick Asgaraz while the other one tries to pressure Averheim. I guess with his army being as full as it is, it probably makes the most sense for them to stay together if I actually do want to be able to burn Averheim, but also, we have a lot of progress that we need to make in a lot of directions, and relatively quickly. Yeah, we're going to break for Carrick Asgaraz with this army. I'll tell you this, there's no way he's ever getting Vissenburg back. So we need... Let's see, Vissenburg's producing no real money, so we may as well not tax it. It's going to be tough for us to keep public order here, because we're only allowed to have one refectory, because we only have one settlement in the region. I guess we could take Fildorf as well? It's just sitting there empty. Yeah, maybe. But I'm going to get rid of this, because I want to build a garrison structure here as quickly as possible. Alright, well, we could dismiss Kurgan Granite Hand, and that will cause him to reappear in our territory in 5 turns, because he really is a fighting Thane. But we have a little bit more scouting to do. Where are the other mountain ranges here? So, Spine of Sotek, Adelan... Okay, Adelan's on the other continent. The Titan Peaks are all the way up here, Obsidian north of that, and Iron north of that. Yeah. Alright, Kurgan. I need a quick teleport to you button. It looks like he is just gonna head north. We'll reveal all of that. Gotta get vision of it somehow. Hopefully some of those territories are owned by people that we can negotiate with, but I guess once we have to bring an army over here to take Spine of Sotek, it's not that long of a walk for that army to go everywhere else and take stuff by force. Okay, and while we're talking about money, before we make any other decisions... Throne Hall of the High King. Public order everywhere, tax rate up everywhere, recruit rank for hammerers up everywhere. It's just a very, very good building, and it's all of our money, so... we can start upgrading the other stuff in this region, actually. That's not really a high priority. So everybody's had their actions. This was a big couple of turns. We got a lot done.
I have the forge fires glowing.
I kind of want to keep playing, but this is an 80-minute episode already, so that is going to have to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time to see if we can turn this bout of good fortune into us not getting totally murdered by chaos. And we'll see you then.